The air hung heavy with the warmth of a fading summer day. June 20th, 2006. Paderborn, Germany, was alive with the relaxed atmosphere of a Tuesday evening. Laughter spilled from pubs, the scent of grilling sausage wafted through the air. A sense of normalcy, soon to be shattered. Laughter shared stories. The clinking of glasses. A scene repeated countless times in countless cities. But tonight, it held a sinister undertone, invisible to those present. As the night deepened, Frauke decided to head home. A short walk, less than 2 miles. She would call her boyfriend Chris on the way, a promise made, a routine followed. The clock ticked past midnight, the hour when shadows lengthen and the familiar transforms into the unknown. Frauke never made it home. Chris's phone remained silent. No familiar ringtone, no comforting voice, just the gnawing silence of absence. He tried calling again and again. Panic began to rise, a knot tightening in his chest. Something was wrong, terribly wrong. Morning arrived, casting a harsh light on Frauke's empty apartment. Her family, her friends, all felt the icy grip of fear. Where was she? The police were contacted, the machinery of investigation set in motion. A missing person report, posters plastered on walls. The search for Frauke Liebs had begun. Days turned into weeks, hope flickering like a candle in the wind. Each passing hour etched the question deeper. What happened to Frauke? The city held its breath, waiting for an answer that seemed lost in a labyrinth of uncertainty. Then a glimmer in the darkness. Frauke's phone, silent since that fateful night, flickered to life. A text message to Chris, short, confusing, chilling.
I'm coming home soon, don't worry.
Hope, laced with confusion. But something was wrong. More messages followed, cryptic, unsettling, each one raising more questions than answers. Frauke claimed to be with a friend, said she needed a few days to sort things out. Her tone, unlike her usual self, the messages agonizing breadcrumbs scattered across a trail of fear.
The police traced the signals, each ping a fleeting glimpse into a maddening puzzle, the locations scattered random, leading the investigation on a frantic chase. Who was she with? What was she hiding?
The police worked tirelessly, following every lead, however faint. They interviewed friends, family, acquaintances, searching for any scrap of information that might lead them to Frauke. The investigation expanded, drawing in resources, specialists, all determined to pierce the veil of mystery.
The media seized upon the story. The disappearance of a young woman, the strange messages, the lack of concrete leads, fear, speculation and rumor swirled like a vortex, threatening to consume the truth. Frauke's face, frozen in time, stared out from newspapers and television screens, a silent plea for answers.
Days bled into weeks, weeks into months. Summer's warmth faded, replaced by the chill of autumn. The leaves fell, mirroring the dwindling hope. Still, the question echoed, where was Frauke Liebs? The investigation, meticulous as it was, failed to produce a clear suspect.
Theories arose, each more unsettling than the last. Had she run away, seeking a fresh start? Was she being held against her will, a prisoner in the shadows? Or had something more sinister transpired, something too terrible to contemplate?
The messages analyzed, dissected, offered no definitive answers. Were they written under duress? Was Frauke even alive when they were sent?
The unknown loomed large, a vast empty canvas upon which fear painted its darkest masterpieces.
The case, once a local mystery, began to draw attention nationwide. Criminologists offered their insights, armchair detectives spun their theories, yet Frauke remained elusive, her fate shrouded in an ever-deepening enigma. Then a flicker of light in the darkness. A witness came forward, claiming to have seen Frauke in a nearby town. Hope, fragile yet tenacious, surged once more.
The police investigated, their hearts pounding with cautious optimism. Could this be the breakthrough we had been waiting for?
But hope, like a mirage, shimmered and then dissolved. The lead proved false, another dead end in a labyrinth of despair. The investigation seemed to be running in circles, each turn leading back to the same agonizing question. Where was Frauke?
Time Once a constant became a cruel tormentor, stretching out the agony of uncertainty. Frauke's family, our hearts breaking a little more each day, clung to the hope that she was still alive, somewhere out there waiting to be found.
Winter descended, blanketing Paderborn in a silence as deep and unforgiving as the mystery surrounding Frauke's disappearance. The investigation, though still active, had slowed to a crawl. Leads dried up, tips dwindled, and the once intense media spotlight moved on to other stories. The lack of answers gnawed at the edges of hope. Had Frauke simply vanished, swallowed whole by the night? The thought was unbearable, yet impossible to ignore.
The police, though frustrated, refused to give up. We owed it to Frauke, to her family, to find the truth no matter how elusive.
Months turned into a year. The anniversary of Frauke's disappearance, a stark reminder of the mystery that gripped the city. Candles were lit, prayers were whispered, but the silence remained unbroken. The case, once teeming with possibilities, had grown cold, the trail obscured by time and unanswered questions. October 2007. A year and 4 months had passed since Frauke's disappearance. A group of hikers, venturing off the beaten path near the town of Lichtenau, stumbled upon a gruesome discovery. Skeletal remains, partially hidden by the undergrowth, a silent testament to a tragedy long past. The news spread like wildfire, igniting a maelstrom of grief and renewed hope. Could this be Frauke? Had their long nightmare finally come to an end?
Forensic experts descended upon the scene, painstakingly collecting evidence, searching for answers among the bones and the silence.
Confirmation came soon after. Dental records confirmed the worst. The remains were those of Frauke Liebs. The discovery, while bringing a tragic closure to the question of her fate, opened a Pandora's box of new questions, more agonizing because they arrived too late.
Our hearts shattered, but we needed to know more. How did this happen? Why did it happen to our Frauke?
How did Frauke die? Who was responsible for her tragic end? These questions hung heavy in the air, unanswered, echoing through the years. The investigation, reignited by the discovery, sought answers in the desolate stretch of woodland where her remains were found. Despite their best efforts, the police were unable to determine the exact cause of death. The passage of time had erased vital clues, leaving behind a tapestry of fragmented evidence and tantalizing possibilities.
The perpetrator, their motive, their identity, all remained shrouded in mystery. The case of Frauke Liebs, though officially closed, continues to haunt the collective memory of Germany. It serves as a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of everyday life and the enduring power of unanswered questions.
The truth, like Frauke herself, remains elusive, lost somewhere in the shadows of time.